Nick Dunn, you're probably the most hated man in America right now. Did you kill your wife, Nick?
You don't know if she has friends, you don't know what she does all day, and you don't know your wife's blood type.
I will practice believing my husband loves me, but I could be wrong. I'd finally realized I am frightened of my own husband.
Gone Girl is a 2014 American psychological thriller film, based on a 2012 novel written by Gillian Flynn. Set in Missouri, the story is a postmodern mystery that follows the events surrounding Nick Dunn, who becomes the prime suspect in the sudden disappearance of his wife, Amy. On their 5th wedding anniversary, writing teacher Nick Dunn returns home to find his wife, Amy, missing. Her disappearance receives press coverage, as Amy was the inspiration for her parents' popular Amazing Amy children's books. Detective Rhonda Boney finds poorly concealed evidence of a struggle in the house. The media suspect Nick due to his apathy towards Amy's disappearance. In the past, Amy revealed to Nick that Amazing Amy was a perfected version made up of the real Amy's failures. Their marriage disintegrated over time. Both lost their jobs in the recession and moved from New York City to Nick's hometown of North Carthage, Missouri, to support his dying mother. Nick became distant with Amy, and began cheating on Amy with Andy, one of his students, while Amy became resentful towards Nick for making her move to Missouri. Forensic analysis of the house uncovers cleaned bloodstains, indicating a murder. Boney discovers evidence of financial issues, spousal disputes, and Amy's recent propensity to acquire a gun. Medical reports indicate that Amy was pregnant, which Nick denies knowing of. Amy and Nick had played treasure hunt games on every wedding anniversary. Amy, this year, had hidden items purchased with Nick's credit card in the shed, as well as a diary that shows Amy's growing dread and ending with the fear that Nick will kill her.
Nick got lazy. He became someone I did not agree to marry.
Upon discovering Nick's affair, she had conceived a plan to frame him for her murder. She misrepresented the relationship between herself and Nick by falsifying accounts in a diary. Unbeknownst to Nick, she had befriended her neighbor to tell her stories about Nick's temper, and steal her urine to manipulate pregnancy results. She placed supporting evidence of Nick's guilt in the clue spots for the treasure hunt, to let the police find them. She also splattered her own blood across the kitchen, and cleaned it haphazardly. She assumed that Nick would be executed for her murder, and planned to drown herself. Nick deduces Amy's plan and convinces his twin sister, Margot, of his innocence. He flies to New York City and hires Tanner Bolt, a lawyer known for representing men accused of killing their wives. Nick also meets Amy's ex-boyfriend Tommy O'Hara, whom Amy had falsely accused of rape, by ostensible rape wounds on her vagina and evidence of O'Hara's semen. Nick approaches another ex-boyfriend, the wealthy Daisy Collins, against whom Amy had filed a restraining order for stalking, but Daisy turns him away. When Amy's campground neighbors rob her, she calls Daisy for help, convincing him that she fled Nick's abuse. Daisy agrees to hide her in his lake house. After Andy reveals their affair at a press conference, Nick appears on a talk show affirming his innocence and apologizes for his shortcomings as a spouse to lure Amy out of hiding. Boney believes she has enough evidence to arrest Nick for murder, but Bolt gets him out on bail. Amy realizes that Daisy intends to keep her in the house to forcibly rekindle their relationship. Amy then uses Daisy's surveillance cameras to help make it appear that he kidnapped and raped her, slits his throat while they have sex, and returns home to Nick covered in Daisy's blood, clearing Nick of suspicion and framing Daisy as the kidnapper after recounting a false account of their altercation to Boney. When Boney brings up the inconsistencies with Amy's account, she retorts by calling her incompetent. Amy tells Nick the truth and admits to Daisy's murder, saying that him pleading for her to come back is the man she wants. Nick shares this with Boney, Bolt, and Margot, but there is no evidence of her guilt. Nick intends to leave Amy, but she reveals that she is pregnant, having inseminated herself with Nick's sperm stored at a fertility clinic. Nick reacts violently to Amy's insistence that they should remain married but feels responsible for the child and decides to stay married, despite Margot's qualms. The couple then announces on television that they are expecting a child. Thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe for more contents like this.